Last summer we laid in the park, 80 degrees by the time it gets dark. My head on your shoulder, I'm around mine. Racing you down to the edge of the water, the way your tattoos look under your collar. I'm not gonna worry, we're passing the time. And the hardest days are going fast, and I know that nothing ever lasts, 'cause it feels like we're both where we're supposed to be. Windows down, driving slow while you're kissing me, but I know I'm gonna crash. City's made for losing you, falling, finding someone new. But call me at 2 in the morning to say you're feeling too. City's made for losing you, but fighting and for getting through. Coming over at 3 in the morning because you feel too. Cause you feel too. All weekend we on the phone. You say that you wanna move home. I think maybe you were never mine. We're racing around like the world's gonna end, but are we gonna break when we're trying to bend? But when you show up and say everything's fine. And the hardest days are going fast, and I know that nothing ever lasts, 'cause feels like we're not where we're supposed to be. Wanna drive like
Hello and welcome into the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. Tonight we're doing things a little bit differently, and we're kinda gonna put the sport in esport. I am Michael Fisher here to change things up because we're gonna have some Madden football action coming your way. We just learned about it, and we figured why not add another esport to our repertoire. So it's gonna be a great night here. We're gonna kick things off with the Fall Madden 2020 Cup. I am going to be casting alongside a former Bronco, Chase Baker, as well. We see there Doc Holiday Williams representing Boise State. He's got a pair of games tonight. First, he'll be taking on Cal Poly. Then we'll have a little bit of a Mountain West matchup, and he'll be taking on Fresno State. But I'm incredibly excited to see this long-time video game come to the esports world. There is Chase Baker, former Bronco, former NFL player, joining us here. Chase, are you excited to watch some Madden tonight?
Yeah, man, I've heard nothing but good things about Wasey. Heard he's killing it, and look forward to him continuing it tonight.
Any team recommendations for him? What team would you tell him to pick in Madden right now if he wants to win?
You know, I got to go with my Vikings, but, it's okay. If he goes with Green Bay, I won't hold them against him as long as he represents Boise State. We're good.
Hey, man, you go with the Vikings. You put in Alexander Madison, who's had a couple of great games, and then you could have the Boise State connection there. But, yeah, there's a bunch of great teams. The other good thing, if you did watch the football game earlier today, there are no COVID restrictions in this game. So if he picks the Ravens, he actually gets to use Lamar Jackson. He won't be stuck with RG3 and a ragtag team. So there's a ton of options for him. I'm really curious to see what he picks and what we're going to gather, because I know I'm an OG Madden player. I remember the Michael Vick days of you just roll out and you either just throw a bomb or you run it 70 yards. I mean, Lamar Jackson, I've heard people say in this game, is shades of OG Vick. So I think the Ravens aren't a bad choice either.
Yeah, I've heard the same. But like I said, I'm just excited to learn from this guy, man. I've heard this is the guy I need to learn from. So I'm going to be taking notes and cheering him on, and however I can help out, I'm here.
Curious to see where he wants to pick. Like I said, we have 2 games tonight. He's going to be taking on Cal Poly first, then he'll take on Fresno State. Fish and Chase Baker, former Bronco, former Viking. Going to be calling all of our Madden action, and it looks like, I mean, if you're going to take him, why not? The defending Super Bowl champions. Look like he's going to take the Chiefs here.
It's a solid pick there.
Yeah, I mean, there's not anyone better offensively in this game than Patrick Mahomes in real life or in Madden. As you can see from the defensive ratings, not the strongest overall defense. And I don't know if he's putting the Honey Badger in as a linebacker. I was like, you're going to bench Tyrann Mathieu, but he's putting him in as a slot corner, it looks like. He's doing a lot of things. We were told beforehand, he gets all crazy with the amount of changes he makes.
Yeah, he adjusts, and I'm sure he confuses people, and he's going to come at him.
Yeah, cannot wait to see who his opponent's going to be, how they want to match up against what could be Kansas City. We saw him at least editing the depth chart for Kansas City. Have to see. Does also
Green Bay on there.
Yeah, we see Green Bay as well. I mean, clearly he likes his big arm quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes can make throws on the run. So, going to be curious to see what he wants to pick. As we said, he's going to take on Cal Poly first, and then he'll have a little bit of a Mountain West showdown. He'll be taking on Fresno State in our second game of the night here in our Fall Madden 2020 Cup. Fish and Chase Baker here on the action that should be starting very, very soon.
Cool. So, have you got to watch him play? What have you seen from Wasey so far?
I've seen just a little bit of it. I walked in and I was like, wait, when did we get a Madden team? And they're like, Wasey just messaged us and he's like, hey, I know I'm in this Madden tournament. You guys do esports? Can I just hop in? So this is the first time I've seen him in an official game. I've seen some highlights. So I'm really curious, just like you are, to see the adjustments he makes and what team he wants to play and what his style is, because there's so many styles in Madden from someone who's played online. You know, you have the grinded out guys, the guys who think they can just win on defense and they'll do just enough on offense. So I'm going to be just like you, Chase, and learning a lot of what he wants to do on the fly and learning from him so I can improve my own game.
Definitely. Exactly. That's what I'm here for, is to get better myself.
There, Boise State and Cal Poly is our first matchup in our 2020 Fall Madden Challenge of the night. We should have a second game as well between the Broncos and Fresno State, so it should be fun to get a little bit of a Mountain West action going there. It's such a new game, we don't even have Doc's keys to how to win at Madden. It's score more points than the other team would be my number one recommendation. So we'll see if Wasey could follow that to a T. It's all brought to you by Count, who's at NHS Global Network, helps you stay safe online, especially during the holiday season. So go check them out at count.com, KOUNT.com. Fish and Chase Baker getting ready to call Fall Madden here. Both of us ready to learn from Wasey and what he wants to do. Doc was telling us, hey, he's going to make a ton of adjustments on the fly, so it's going to be really interesting to see if maybe he falls down early and then figures out his opponent and maybe has a huge second half. That's sort of maybe what I'm thinking might happen.
And so are we going against one of the champions from Cal Poly? Is that how this matchup's looking?
Yeah, it looks like Cal Poly also has their own team, so probably I guess a single player. And yeah, so we're going against Cal Poly's best and then Fresno State's best, which as a former Bronco, I'm sure you could admit, beating Cal Poly's okay. You really want to make sure you beat Fresno State.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't want to have conference bragging rights of, oh, hey, we're in the same conference and be better at Madden. No. Don't want that to happen at all. So I hope he beats both, but I want him to beat Fresno State for sure.
Exactly. We'll have the Fresno guy have to hold up a Boise State flag. Hopefully
there
he
we
stays
go.
there for the whole 4 years.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, Derek Carr, his brother made him put up a Boise flag. And he almost had to keep it up forever, but he got that win his senior year. So.
Oh, man. It looks like every campus had a tournament, and so every campus champion, as you sort of hinted to, Chase, is who they're playing. So Wasey, the Boise State champion, he'll be taking on the Cal Poly champion, and then the Fresno State champion. So you know you're getting the best of the best from each school, and not just some guys like, hey, I'll play for the Madden team, sure, put me in. I've never picked up a controller, so I'm really excited to see what Wasey wants to pull out. Just waiting for him. It looks like his opponent to get ready.
Perfect.
Really, I want to see him use the Chiefs because I think that, there's no reason not to use Patrick Mahomes if he's available to, because he does things in real life that you're like, okay, you should only be able to do that in Madden. And even you can't do some of the things he does in real life in Madden either.
Right. The video game can't even keep up with him.
Exactly. I don't think there's a button yet to throw with your opposite hand or throw when you're not even looking at the receiver. So maybe they'll add them just because of him.
Got to develop somehow. So there we go. Just look at Patrick. He'll figure it out. He'll tell you what to do next.
Well, we do wait for the game to get going. Chase, of course, we said you are a former Bronco. Is Madden or one of the games that you guys played in the locker room, is that one of those sports games that was played, or was it more of like the Halo Call of Duties that the guys played?
So Madden came and went. It depended. For me, it was probably every couple of years I bought the game, and I enjoyed it. But yeah, it was a Call of Duty for me. Going from 6-7 hours of football to sit and relax and play more football just wasn't the way. But you still enjoyed it, and especially in the off season. I think that's where it came up more.
Were you a big FIFA guy at all? I know I've heard, like, 'cause more current athletes, they're big into FIFA. I know Jay Ajayi, he's big into the FIFA game. Were you big into FIFA, or anyone else on your team big into FIFA?
Yeah, I think FIFA's huge. I loved it. It's been about 2 years since I got the most recent one, but I'm looking like I might have to go get the new one.
Now, I've heard that from what I've experienced, it's Call of Duty, it's Halo, and then it's FIFA. That's what the football guys always love to play. I mean, and you make sense. You know, you don't want to practice for 6 hours, then come home and be like, hey, you want to chill out and play more football? Like, no, I would like to get away from that for at least a little bit.
Exactly. You got to change it up. Get away from it. It's a distraction. It's something to just clear your mind. And so Call of Duty was always mine. I know a lot of teammates, college, high school, pro. That's pretty much my base of guys that play Call of Duty.
I can't blame you. I love Call of Duty myself. It's one of those. It's a nice, relaxing game, and you know, it's just really fun, and it's really simple. You don't have to think too much. In Madden, it's like, okay, you know, is he blitzing? What is he doing? And in Call of Duty, it's like aim down, shoot at the guy, boom. All right, let's go on to the next guy. So very relaxing.
Levels. There's levels to the games, and
exactly.
So you know, there's only a couple levels deep on the Call of Duty. And then Madden's a little deeper, and then some of those ARPG games that gets insane. A little too much for me.
Yeah, there's games I look. I'm like, no, you can have fun doing that. I'm gonna stick to Call of Duty and some Madden. So as you said, it's the Fall Madden Cup here. We've got Wasey representing Boise State. He's taking on Cal Poly. We've got Fish. We've got Chase Baker, former Bronco, former Viking, going to be calling all of the action. We're both first time seeing Wasey in a game. We're really looking forward to see what he's got here, so I'm just waiting to see what his opponent. I will say, while we wait, I was told that you carried Doc to a victory in Warzone the other day.
Hey, did he let you know that? Yeah. Me and it was really cool, man. It was one of the first times we got to play together, and it was with his son. And yeah, I think we played 2 games. We got the dub.
Nice. Now, I'm assuming you did all the heavy lifting there. I'm assuming it was just all you.
I did my fair share.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was saying, you can take credit. You're the one with the microphone. Doc doesn't have a microphone that he can hear us on, so he would have to.
Doc holds his own. I'm just going to say that. Doc and his son held his own. It was a good game.
All right. He plays a ton of Warzone. I always see him on, and he's playing with a bunch of different people, and I'm like, hey, more power to you, man. Warzone is a crazy game. See, Doc, he's giving us a stare down. Hey, we said you did your fair share, Doc. He gave you your props. He said you did your fair share. That's all that matters.
I wish we could go back. Did we record that game, Doc? Should be somewhere.
Run that game back. Hey, I mean, if you get a Warzone victory, more power to you. So it actually looks like getting ready to go into the game, and maybe the Packers. I mean, you even hinted at it. You said, you know, you're a Vikings guy, so you prefer the Vikings. But if he goes with Green Bay, no problem. And it looks like for now he's maybe hovering on the Packers. Don't know what his opponent picked or if his opponent's in the game yet, but.
Yeah, that's what I heard he played previous games with. So that's what I kind of figured, you know, he was sticking with what he got the dubs with.
And we did see him editing the Chiefs depth chart earlier, moving some guys around. Don't know if he maybe thought that the Chiefs might be a good matchup, but there's no shame in Green Bay about the only downside to the Packers in real life is when Devontae Adams is hurt. They don't have a lot of guys to throw to. Again, it's Madden. Everybody's always healthy, so you don't have to worry about that.
Exactly. And we got another Boise guy in there. Billy still rocking, and so
that's right.
Maybe we'll see him on D-line. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe we can get him in. It does look like it's 5-minute quarters, so it's going to be pretty fast-paced, probably 2 or 3 possessions per half, maybe, depending on how they want to run offensively and how quick they want to go. So I'll be really curious to see what his opponent to pick because the Packers are pretty dang good in real life, and that usually translates pretty well into Madden. The good teams in real life, usually the pretty good teams in Madden, so the Packers are never a bad choice.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers can't get hurt in Madden as well, so I'll be really curious to see what his opponent wants to bring out and who he's going to be going against. As you said, you've heard he's played the Packers a lot, a really, really strong team, the Rodgers and Devontae Adams combination. Incredibly strong. So we've got the 2020 Fall Madden Cup, just waiting for his opponent from Cal Poly, who was the campus champion there, to take him on. Of course, Wasey was our Boise State campus champion, and I'm really excited to see this first game go down and really start to pick apart his brain because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah,
definitely. Maybe it'll lead to Boise State having their own Madden team or Madden player. That'd be pretty awesome.
Well, it looks like, we're going to get to the preferred game of the night. Let's just say it that way. I don't want to disrespect Cal Poly. Maybe their player might be having some issues. We're going to jump right to the Fresno State game, actually, which is the Mountain West matchup that I think you and I both wanted to see for conference bragging rights. So this one means even more. We're going to hop right into the game. Looks like he's taking on Seattle and Russell Wilson with a nice little screen pass there that he easily read.
All right. So we got Russell versus Aaron. Let's go.
These teams have met quite a lot, and every time it has ended in just spectacular fashion.
It's always crazy. Always comes down to last possession. You got some crazy Hail Marys or some wild defensive play that ends it. But, yeah, it's always a solid game.
Doc told us about this. Wasey's got to go through a ton of menus. Looks like he's bringing out dime coverage here on 3rd and long. Got to watch out for DK Metcalf. Dude is huge.
Yep. He felt disrespected because they said he wasn't quite to Megatron, but I think they were giving him props because he's on his way, man. He's filling those shoes pretty well.
Yeah, well, he's got a great quarterback and a nice interception.
Hey. Came down with it. Let's go.
Oh no, doesn't look like it. I thought he had it, but he'll just take potentially the punt. His opponent also looks like he might be going for it. He is going to go for it, actually. So this could be huge. You get the turnover here. You get the ball inside the opponent 30.
He likes to play with those safeties.
Oh, he read it right. Oh, I thought he had Lockett there, but that's huge. That's the first. That's ball inside your opponent's 30. He could just score in a couple plays here.
Yeah, man. I don't know why he went for it, but I'm good with it. Let's go. Crush him.
That's the one thing I have noticed when I played Madden is punting seems to be highly optional at all times because, you can get a first down. You're not paid. You're not going to lose your job by going for it on 4th down. And I expect him to go for a shot to Adams here. Had him on the option route on the left side.
Right off the bat. There it is. Oh, I thought he was going for it. Lazard. Okay.
A nice little check down. Didn't see what his opponent was running. You mentioned Wasey loved that safety. Tried to usually double the primary. I want to see what his opponent's going to go with in terms of controlled player. Defensive lineman.
There's Devontae. They even had him doubled. Yeah, they even had him doubled. Touchdown.
Yeah, that seems. I'm curious. I mean, I think safety and even the linebacker, depending on how talented a guy maybe like a Bobby Wagner, those are the high-impact guys you can make plays on. I mean, looked like his opponent took a defensive end and tried to drop him across the field. I don't think that's going to be the right play, and looks like he might be going for like a little squib kick here. At least a pooch kick.
Put it up in the air. Yeah. Maybe trying to get the hit and force a fumble on a guy that's not used to carrying it. I'm not sure there.
I mean, yeah, his opponent looks like he gave himself up, so maybe thought the up back might just have bad carrying rating and might just fumble it. So I like the play, and right away back on defense, and a huge. Oh, I thought he caught it. His defense is incredible.
Yeah, or maybe it's just lazy.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's right now not giving up any yards to the Seahawks player who, the Seahawks are a very powerful team, and he's kept Russell Wilson in check, but as most teams have learned, you can only do that for so long.
Yeah, he'll get his eventually.
Nice throw to Metcalf on the crossing route there.
He's run that play already a few times now.
Have we seen
Wasey? Look at him, he flies through those plays, huh?
It's like he's got this whole, you of course know about memorizing the playbook. He's got this whole defensive playbook memorized already. He's flying through the plays and knows exactly what he wants to pick. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, nice. Yeah, man, couldn't get the edge. I thought he was going to have it right there. I thought he was going to get a couple yards, but nothing.
He loves that nickel formation, usually pretty good against the pass, the 5 defensive backs. Ooh. Sold out on that one. He went for it all. Yeah. Couldn't quite get there.
Hit right where he took his backer away from, but it happens.
First time we've seen him struggle. We dropped right in and he got 4 and out. Seahawks player is finally making some progress. He's at least at the 45-yard line.
Rolls out.
Oh! What
Touchdown.
a pick! He's gone.
Pick 6. Oh, yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, never throw late across the body. Any high school quarterback will tell you that. Brett Favre will remind you not to do that. Never throw late across the body.
Yeah, is that still considered the rule in Madden as well?
Yeah. Madden has done
Fair
a really
enough.
good job of trying to emulate. If it wouldn't work in real life, it's not going to work in the video game. You can't sprint 30 yards back and then throw a Hail Mary. They've done a really good job of removing the cheese a little bit out of the game. I really appreciate about that.
Remember Madden like 04, 05, where you could just run back and forth and eventually work your way up? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you used to be able to just run circles around guys for 10 minutes. And so they've done a really good job of making it at least a little bit realistic. Oh, wait, this time he got the edge a little bit up for Carson. Nice 5-yard gain.
Staying in nickel.
Yeah, he's staying in. He likes the nickel. It's Boise State, Fresno State here. Madden Fall Cup. Fish and former Bronco Chase Baker here calling the action. And now we're going to have a pretty big third down already for our Fresno State player using the Seattle Seahawks. I would assume he'll go for it if he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
We've already seen him pretty aggressive in the game.
Especially within 1 yard. See if we can stop him, though.
Play action there. Ooh.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah, both
solo
of those guys.
And that's the one issue with guys like Russell Wilson or Lamar Jackson in Madden is as soon as you roll out, your computer defenders will say, oh, I need to go in and stop him from running, and that usually leaves the wide receivers wide open.
Yeah. Here it is. Same thing. Ooh.
It's a little stop. Still has to get the last 30 yards. 5-minute quarter, so first quarter's running down.
He's got to score.
He's already down 2 touchdowns, and he got the ball to start the game, so Seahawks player's got to score here if he wants to keep up with Wasey.
Threw it away. Smart.
He learned from that pick 6. Just throw it away at the very end. He's done a lot of 2 receiver sets. Looks like he's got 3 this time, but he's relied a lot on Metcalf. I think he's the only guy who's really caught a ball so far. Oh, nice run.
There's the first.
You can see with Wasey on the linebacker, the Seahawks player is doing a really good job keeping him off balance. He thought that was a pass and bailed on the open gap he was supposed to be covering. I mean, it's a great job using the play action and keeping Wasey on his toes with his self-controlled linebacker.
Yeah. He brought that safety down and was playing him as the mic in that nickel package. Interesting. Oh, there we go.
Did he get him?
4th down.
Nope, they gave it to him, unfortunately. I thought that felt close. Nice defense there. He's done a really good job defending those Russell Wilson rollouts and not allowed him to just run for 20, 30 yards.
Yeah, he's trying to buy that time just so one of those crossing routes gets open, but he's doing a good job.
Got Metcalf in the middle, but a nice sack that time. He always knows exactly what play he wants to call. It's really incredible. He's already got it ready to go. He's just waiting on the offense to make a call.
Yeah, I thought I was going to learn something. It's too fast to even know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, he just automatically has a play in mind, and they all seem to work pretty well.
Preston Smith. Oh, no. Yeah, I was just saying.
Play action on 3rd and 17, probably not the right call.
Gonna kick it, just get some points.
Yeah. Last time, 4th and 23 from the 33, probably not a great decision. So, yeah, I like the idea, get some points. We haven't seen Wasey with a full possession yet, so maybe the Seahawks player has more confidence in his full field defense.
True.
I mean, he got it at the 26-yard line. That's going to be almost impossible to defend. This is what I want to see. Let's see how his offense is designed.
Yeah, he's going deep right off the bat, huh? Okay.
I think his opponent was in the same place you were. I think he's like, all right, he's going to go deep, and that was a nice little audible. Get on the running play, nice 8 yards. Already in the milk clock mode, taking it all the way down to 5 seconds before he snaps it.
There it is.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, man. Wazy's just toying with him.
I mean, that was perfect. But I thought he was actually going to get a delay of game. He barely got that snap off. And he's just content kind of running the clock out. You know, he's already knows he's up 2 scores, and he's going to get the ball back. Flips the bunch formation and just going to run the ball. So the Seahawks defense probably feels like a defense that's better in Madden than we've seen so far this year. So I think that's going to be one advantage for our Fresno State player.
Take it down. Got a minute to score.
He might just be settling for a field goal. He's been running a lot of time off. Still has all 3 timeouts as well.
Yep. That might be the time to take it right there. Spiked it.
All right.
He's not worried about the first. He'll get it right here.
Yeah, he's like, I don't need extra. Who needs timeouts?
Touchdown. Nope. I thought he was going wide. That crosser out in the back of the end zone.
Oh. That was a good patience. That was a really patient play by him. He waited for the tight end to release, and nobody covered him. And now he's got multiple chances here within the 15-yard line. Oh, what a throw.
Man. Beautiful.
That was, I mean, I was like, that's kind of risky, but he put it perfectly. I mean, having Aaron Rodgers helps. And now he's up 21-3, and the way he's been playing defense, I don't think the Fresno State player is going to score here to end the half.
Nah, and if he even tries, I mean, I don't even know if it's worth trying. I think he tries to come back and just play that second half, but he's probably going to throw something deep.
Oh, yeah, he's got to try, I would think, at least once. Wasey's going to get the ball.
Too quick of a game.
Wasey's going to get the ball in the second half. I mean, this game could be over in one possession if it goes 28-3.
Check it backer. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Four down. Check 15. Check 15.
Under center. Maybe he's just going to run the clock out. Oh, man. Nothing.
You can call a timeout right there? Nah. I was saying, is there a 21 skunk rule? Nah, he already got 3.
Yeah, there might be a maybe 28, maybe 25-point rule. It's the Fall Madden Challenge. Boise State, we have our campus champion, Wasey Duck Holiday Williams, taking on Fresno State. Their campus champion, holding it down, making sure Boise State does not lose in conference. It's Fish and Chase Baker on the call. We're going right to the second half. Greatest thing about Madden, no halftime show. We skip right to the second half. And he has a chance to put this game away, honestly.
Yeah, it could be over this first possession.
Maybe he might get a kick return here. Nope. No, doesn't want to risk it.
Yeah, this is what I heard. This is when we were learning a little background on ways. They said he's just been thrashing people. So we got a good one, man.
Does look like I know Madden in recent years added the whole superstar thing. It looks like, from what I can tell, for Aaron Rodgers, can't be picked off by computer defenders, which means the Seahawks player, the guy who the actual player is going to have to make a pick here, or Aaron Rodgers is just going to pick you apart down the field.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they definitely added it last year where, you know, the superstars have their big abilities, and Aaron Rodgers, of course, one of the superstars. So it's going to be a lot harder to get a turnover now if you're the Fresno State player. Almost impossible at this point.
Now he's just going to run it too, huh?
Oh, yeah,
he was working out a bunch the whole first half. Now he's putting on those tight ends up at the line and just going to run it.
Yep, bleeding clock off. No point to make any sort of silly mistake. It's only 5-minute quarters. You can get enough first downs. You can bleed off an entire quarter in one possession. Oh, just ran into the guy on the lineman there.
Yeah, he had a small hole. That was always the most frustrating part, was you see the hole and you just barely miss it by an inch and they get it and you're like, nah, that should have been a touchdown.
Exactly. I was through there. What do you mean that guy grabbed me? But you go back to the gun on third down, though. Oh. All right.
Is he going to punt it? No?
Nah.
Oh, it's only third.
No, it's fourth down. He's going to go for it.
I got to move my thing right here. We got to move that down so I can see all of this.
Yeah, I mean, why not? You're up 3 scores at this point. You can afford to give one back if you want.
Nah, not to Fresno.
Just got to crush him. That's why he's going
Run
for
it
it.
up.
Just doesn't want to give him the ball back.
Exactly.
Oh, he's wide open. How about, 30 yards on 4th and 5?
Works for me. Yeah, man. That's how we treated them back in the day. Those scores. If you look back in those 4 years we played, it was all, 60-5, 60-7. It was ridiculous scores, but we had a blast, man. They were still considered a rival, and so there was no love lost, man. We were coming for them.
Yeah, I mean, when you look back at your rival, I mean, for Boise State, of course, it shifted from Idaho, and then you mentioned Fresno State. I know Nevada or UNR, depending on how you want to refer to them. I've seen some people on the football team insist on calling them UNR just to spite them. They run up the score on them as much as they can, and for good measure. It's a rivalry game. You don't want to lose by so much, get better.
I think BYU is probably the closest thing we have to a rival these days.
Yeah, I know that's the only annual series. Mountain West scheduling kind of ruined the Nevada-Fresno State rivalry. So, yeah, BYU is probably our closest. And unfortunately, those games are so close, there's no chance to ever run up the score.
Not this year. This year, that was a rough one for us this year, but we'll get back at it.
Third down. No, great throw to Adams. And he's just going to be content milking some clock, but I think he still wants to score. He still wants to make sure that it's put away. It's almost run off the whole quarter here.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Oh, great blocking.
Yeah.
He's just trying. I think he was going to give himself up. He doesn't even want to score. He just wants to run the game out, maybe score at the very end to really stab one in the heart of Fresno State. But he has no intention of scoring anytime soon.
He's honestly out of control from the first series. You can tell how this was going to go, and he stuck with it.
You can see he already knew what. He was just going to let the quarter run out. So that's how he's already on his phone. He's like, hey, you know what? I've already wrapped this one up. Give me the next one.
He's just scrolling through Twitter right now, looking at his feed.
Exactly. He's like, who do I play next? What do they play? Well, sorry, Fresno. You guys maybe have a new campus champion.
Exactly. Let me close the door. The pups are barking.
Well, Chase go close that as we see Wasey close out this game. As we said, no intention of really doing anything, but just grinding out the clock. Doesn't want to do anything else too crazy. 3rd and 1. I'm sure he'll go for it if it's 4th down as well. He's just grinding this game to a halt. I guess he'll score.
Yeah, may as well.
Hard to give yourself up. 28-3. I think he's got this one in the bag, but you said it. We can't let Fresno State have a feel-good touchdown at the end. You want to make sure you shut him out.
Exactly.
Or as best you can. He did take the field goal to prevent the shutout at least.
Yeah, right at the half. Yep, it's okay.
This is the Fall Madden Cup. We're supposed to have 2 games today. We'll see if we can get a reschedule from our Cal Poly game that we were supposed to have earlier. But right now, Wasey maybe making the Cal Poly opponent reconsider connecting, because he is absolutely dominating Fresno State here. 28-3. Not even going to allow a return. He's got this figured out.
Yeah.
He loves that nickel formation. I think it was about 46% of his plays called in there. Oh! Had a wide open hole to get the running back. Of course, you can't blame him. Down by 25, you would not expect your opponent to just be running the ball. It's like his opponent has also realized that this is a lost cause. So he's just going to run the clock out. Nice little tip block there.
Yeah, man. At this point, what do you do if you're that guy? Like, this is the final, right? Like, there's nothing else to do. You just take it, lay down. I don't know.
I mean, I would at least go for it. Try and, you know, build some confidence, I guess. I mean, try and make the final score a little bit more respectable, but
yeah,
I would not be running.
Maybe just, you know, oops, lost connection. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Just like you had to go take care. Say, hey, the dog got out. I just had to let the computer run 2 plays in a row. Sorry, I'll be right back. See, I wouldn't run it at least. I would at least try and get a touchdown, especially against a team like Boise State, as you mentioned.
With that nickel, Amos at linebacker.
He's done a really good job with Amos. Look, yeah, another running play. Oh, nice juke though. Maybe his opponents realize he can only have success running the ball, because passing has been few and far between.
A lot slower march down the field.
Even after that big game, it's like, okay, maybe the Fresno State guy will speed it up. No, he's still content just running it out. Doesn't want to worry too much. Oh. Fumble.
Zach, fumble. You gonna get it? Let's see. Come on, Wazy. Oh, he's gonna deal it. All right. Good sport. I was gonna say, throw it up, man.
Yeah, throw one deep to Adams. No, I respect it.
All right, respectable.
Yeah. Good sportsmanship. He's already up by, multiple touchdowns. Can't blame him at all. So he handles his business here in the first game of the night. I'll be curious to see how he does against Cal Poly, because, you said it. You've heard he's been stomping guys, and, this was no different at all.
Not at all. This is, we got a good one. Wazy's going to be the guy to look for, huh?
Yeah, he's definitely been. I don't know what the Boise State campus tournament looked like, because this is the campus champion playing, and so I don't know how many guys he had to go against, but he is definitely incredibly impressive. 28-3, the Seahawks player for Fresno State didn't really even stand a chance besides one sort of lucky field goal after a huge bomb. So big shout out to Wasey for sort of dominating, and unfortunately for you and I, Chase, he just moves too fast that I don't know if we learned anything.
Not a thing, man. I have no idea what he was doing. And he made a lot of adjustments, had safeties playing linebackers. So, I didn't learn much. But I learned that he's a badass. We'll say that.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'll see what kind of formations he wants to run. No, he's like, I already know what play I'm going to run. Just pick your play, Fresno State. I already have the counter. It doesn't even matter what you call. So he was incredibly impressive.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. He'd come out, you think he was running or throwing it deep, and he'd automatically audible into a run, hitting holes. It was great.
So we are unfortunately going to have to end our football coverage here. Looks like Cal Poly they probably saw that game, and they're like, oh, we need to reschedule. We have to practice a bunch more. So that's going to end it all. Unfortunately, we don't get our 2 games, but Chase, I'd love to do this again when we have an opportunity, because Wasey's killing it, and I love seeing Boise State win no matter what the competition is.
Absolutely. That's the whole goal, right? Esports is still competition. It's still, the sport. It's digital gladiators going at it. So, I appreciate your time, Fish. Love hanging out, and I'd love to be back on anytime you guys do this again.
Let's do it again. Chase Baker, former Bronco, former Viking, of course, had to root for the Packers there, but it was all for Boise State in the end. And that is going to wrap up our Madden coverage for the day. As we mentioned, our Cal Poly game, a reschedule, so hopefully we'll be able to cast that when the opportunity allows us. We are going to take a little bit of a break, but we are not done yet. We've got some Hearthstone up around the corner, so you don't want to go anywhere, but that wraps up our Madden coverage of the night. Big shout out to Chase Baker for joining us. It was a ton of fun, and I was like him. I was like, hey, let's learn some things from Wasey. Maybe I'll get better. But unfortunately, Wasey had everything just ready to go, and he looked like he was one step ahead of his opponent. So a victory for him, 28-3 over Fresno State, much to the happiness of Boise State fans. We'll take a quick break. We'll have some Hearthstone coming up later. That's going to wrap up Madden. And enjoy the break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Here in Idaho, we do things a little differently. First rule, camouflage never goes out of style. Next, always use fry sauce. I mean, why wouldn't you? Hold steady when out-of-state friends think you're from Iowa. We call it pop, not soda. We always put a lift on our pickups. And we always buckle up because we still have a lot we want to do, and I'm guessing you do too.
Legendary parts for legendary wins.
Growing up in Idaho, we have certain rules we live by. Hold steady when out-of-state friends think you're from Iowa. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your Guard adventure.